Will Ireland miss out on World Cup glory? Yeah, there are a few reasons that I think that they actually might. The challenges that they will be facing at the World Cup are so vastly different from what they've faced over the past 2 years. In the past 2 years, they haven't suffered uh, any issues with major injuries. They haven't suffered uh, with any loss of form at any time, and they've been one of the two most dominant teams in world rugby, along with France. There are, however, three reasons why I think that they might just come up short. Firstly, they've never gotten to a World Cup final. Playing in the Six Nations is challenging, and winning a once-off test is challenging, but it's nothing like the World Cup. The World Cup is played at a different pace against teams that are exceptionally well drilled leading up to the World Cup. Sadly, Ireland also have a record of going into World Cups really looking good, but then falling short. Secondly, the top teams are likely to disrupt their patterns of play. The amount of planning that goes into how you face up against your opponents at a World Cup is frightening. So the top teams are definitely going to do a lot of planning, especially against teams like Ireland, to make sure that they are up to the challenge. Teams like South Africa and Scotland will dissect every part of Ireland's game plan for their games in the group stage with the hope of beating Ireland. Then, when Ireland actually gets out of the group stage, they're going to face exactly the same when it comes to the All Blacks in France. Then, lastly, they are part of the pool of death. Pool B is probably the most challenging one to get out of in the whole World Cup. Yep, the obvious teams that you'll be looking at will be Ireland, Scotland, and South Africa, and their respective games that they will be playing against each other. The one that you should, however, be scared of is Tonga. Tonga is going to grow in stature and they're going to grow in confidence as the games go by. And that team is stacked with some pretty influential ex Wallabies as well as ex All Blacks that can really change the course of the game and the course of the whole tournament. If you look at everything, the odds are just stacked against Ireland, and they're going to be up against it, really just trying uh, to get to the final. And I'm not too sure that they will be able to actually navigate all of the hurdles that they have in front of them. If they stick to their guns, they're going to be exceptionally difficult to beat at every stage of the tournament. However, if they fumble, they might just get knocked out a lot earlier than they hoped.